Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Cactv, and this is Morning Dew. It's good to be here. It's a Tuesday morning, and it's always a wonderful one. Modot, you are looking very beautiful today.
Thank you, and I'm still looking Africanistic.
Unlike some other days, don't be puffing yourself. You are not.
All right, thank you so much for the compliment. Anyways, okay, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll let you in on the details that we have today. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Cactv, igniting the apostolic fire.
Take our quote for the day. So Bishop, could you help us with that?
So the quote for the day is from the book of Galatians chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, "And let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." That quote for the day, and it literally means that we should persevere in whatever we are going through. We should have hope in God. We should not pay good with evil, and if we have been done any evil at all, we should not even pay evil with evil. We should try as much as possible to do good in all situations, because in due season we'll harvest it all. And let's persevere in doing good, for God promises a harvest of blessing in due time. So God will bless you, Modot, if you do not cease in doing good. White, same goes to you. So viewers, let's not stop doing good to ourselves and to our nation, Nigeria. Yes. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
Spill.
Thank you very much.
Spill.
Now, Bishop, thank you for that quote. Modot is owing me one good. She has been owing me a good since last week. So she needs to do that good. Viewers, she's
Should you bring it on national TV?
Yes, we are bringing it on national TV because on Toban Juni, you know, I've been telling.
So if all the goods you are owing people, try and pay back your goods.
Yes. So now it's payback time.
Yes, payback time. And especially if you do good to me, you are going to repeat, because I am anointed as a child of God.
All right, thank you so much for that amazing quote, and I hope we hold on to that as we kick off this week, and make sure that every good thing that you do you would always have a good reward for each of it. And do not forget that you have to persevere. It doesn't come easy. Good things doesn't come easy. You have to be consistent and follow up back to back. When they say, "I will never leave you, I will never let you go unless you bless me." So that's the case. Yes, perseverance.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
Modot, make sure you bless me. I will let you go.
All right, quickly, let's take a look at this news making the headlines today. So we'll start with the Punch newspaper. And the first story says, FG NLC meeting deadlocked. Workers insist on demands. In a race to beat the deadlines for the planned commencement of an indefinite strike that may lead to the shutdown of the economy, the federal government on Monday held a meeting with organized labor on post-subsidy removal palliatives for workers. The Pali, hosted by the Minister of Labour, Simon Lalong, in Abuja, however, failed to reach a consensus as the Nigerian Labour Congress insists that the FG must meet its demand ahead of the 21-day ultimatum issued on September 1 by the Congress. The union on September, so the union had on September added down the 21 days ultimatum to the federal government over delay in sharing of palliative. So that's the first story that we have from the Punch newspaper. So it gives me a lot of concern to see that the demands asked by the Labour, the NLC, are still not being met. Now, it is over 4 months now. I think this started June. Now we have June, July, August, and this is, you know, this is September, and then nothing has been done. So, and I think they've also been fair in their demands. You know, I think they've not so far. It has been a calm, you know, relationship or talk between the government and then the NLC. So what exactly is going on, and what's your take on this? Are they wrong? I know it will have a long toll on the economy. It will have a long toll. It will definitely affect the masses. But I think it's for the good of everyone, because if at this point the government is not doing anything and they are not saying anything about it, it shows that, okay, whatever it is, we are still the government. The human feelings do not matter to them. So at this point that we are right now, should I say, or would I be wrong to ask the question, is it wrong for them to still, you know, insist on going on indefinite strike? What's your take, Bishop?
You see, the situation the country is with the union emphasizing how much bitter and unhappy they are with some of the promises made by the government that are yet to be fulfilled. I would just say that this could be happening due to disunity that is in between them, you know, in between the labor system itself. Because, take for instance, when they say they want to go on a strike and some people withdrew from going on the strike, so government won't take you serious when you are like that. That doesn't justify whatever the government is doing towards them. But the first thing is the labor union should first strengthen its own house, be one voice, let it be the kind of union that when you say we go on a strike tomorrow, nobody will be found in the office, in any of the offices. That is number one. Number two, it is that unity that, you know, when you say you are a labor union and now you look just like a labor, not without a union. What constitutes labor is the union.
Yes, sir.
But in the absence of union, the government are likely to play smart on you, and that's what the government is doing with them. They are playing smart on their intelligence. So they will talk to them tomorrow, they'll talk to them again today. They will say, don't worry, we'll fix it, don't worry, we'll pay you, don't worry, you will have it, don't worry, you'll not. So we already, every Nigerian needs this palliative, every Nigerian. And we deserve more than a palliative. But if it's not forthcoming, what we need to do, even as a people, we need unity to fix Nigeria. When we are united, it will be difficult for our government to take us for granted. Some of the sufferings we are going through is as a result of the disunity that the government has, you know, systematically placed in the heart of the people. And when they were first divided by a choice of party, political party, you could be PDP, she may be APC, I may be Labour. So there is, at every point in time, we are like, you know, divided. So they have systematically divided us to have interest in whoever is in power. That way, when I say let's join force and work against so and so policy, you are likely to say no, that's my person. I cannot go on strike with this. So these are the situation why the government have not been responding to as much as they desire a response. So, but I would just charge them that they strengthen their house. That is the first thing. You know, a divided house cannot, you know, stand the test of time. That's the issue.
Okay, so White.
Yeah, really, a valid point raised by Mr. Dapolo on top. One, it's a very good one. But having said that, I also want us to be objective about the strike that the NLC wants to embark on. Okay, they've given us a warning strike on the 15th and on the 6th, a 2-day, and from the results that we had from that, people were not really responding. It was in some states of the federation.
Of course.
Okay, so the labor is there, the union is not there, according to my honorable bishop. Okay, but let us also look at other side of the coin.
Yeah.
Okay, labor is demanding that the government should give them so things, apart from the palliatives, which I support. Yes, they are right. They are fighting for the right of the masses. Okay, apart from the fact that they also want a pay rise. But let us also look at it. The economy of the state, of the country right now, the state at which it is. Can we afford this? Is this visible? Do you understand what I'm saying? So if I don't know, I guess government needs to come out, to address not giving them, because
and also giving them a concrete reason as to why they are not responding to this.
A concrete reason where if your child is asking for something, daddy, please buy me PS5, for instance, PS5, and you cannot afford PS5, you will have to give the child the reason that you cannot afford the PS5, not just shunning the child away. You are putting you are sending the wrong signal on that child. Now, if the child starts protesting in the form of crying,
misbehaving as well,
calling unnecessary attentions, you are not happy, okay? Or somewhat you are embarrassed. Maybe you are in the public, okay? So that is exactly the case that is going on right now. I think government needs to come out. Let's sit down. Let's see. You don't have to say because they are labor, don't worry, let them do their yada 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 yada. They will keep quiet.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at the second story that we have quickly. And this says, drama as Obaseki locks out embattled deputy from government house. The deputy governor of Edo State, Philip Sheibu, was on Monday locked out of the state government house. The deputy governor, who arrived at the government house around 8 a.m., met the gates leading to his office locked. He made efforts to gain entrance into the premises, which was futile. Sheibu that put a call through to a government official telling the person at the other end that he did not get a letter or a letter to relocate to another office, noting that it was only the civil servants in his office who were served letters. He denied knowledge of the relocation of his office outside the government house. He also said to have summoned the government house. Okay, he also said to have summoned the government house camp commandant. To identify as Ibrahim, who was identified as Ibrahim Babatunde. So this is also the story that we can find. There's full details of that you would find in the Punch newspaper. But basically, I feel that there is a whole lot to this story that we do not know. Aside from saying that there is more to it that we do not know, it also shows that there is no relationship between these two parties. Because if there is a relationship, it's always interesting when you hear, because you know that at the end of the day, this person is going to take over from me. And for this reason, there should be a cordial relationship between these two parties. But it shows that there is no relationship at all. And this is not good for the public. It's not even good for the government itself. So now coming back to this party, to these two people. Now, I think there was a reason why Philip had to go to that, back to his former office, because he was served a letter. The story says that he was served a letter beforehand to have moved to his other relocation. So I think he was basically calling attention to himself. He wants people to know that, okay, this is what is going on. I am here. They served me letter and I didn't know anything about it, but I am here right now. So what exactly is going on? What do you have to say to this? Because I still feel that there is more to this thing that we are not being told. So let me start with you, Bishop.
You see, our politicians cannot but keep surprising us because they are game players. In Edo State already, it is two-party state. I mean, the governor and the deputy. Now they are both, one is PDP, one is APC. By the virtue of that act, they cannot, there cannot be cordial relationship. There was before the, one decided to be APC, the other PDP. So on that note, we should look out for more dramas as event unfolds. But the situation on ground now, I don't know who is saying the truth or who is lying. The deputy governor is saying, I've not served letters, but all my aides were given a letter of relocation, which they did, except for him. He summoned a superintendent of police, asking him, that one said it is a directive from above.
It's not for him to answer.
Yeah. So that to tell us that whatever has happened is traceable to the chief authority there, which is the governor, Governor Basiki. So and him being the deputy governor, this is not supposed to even come into the media. Just call your boss on the phone. Oga, my office is.
It shows that there is a lot of grief going on between the both parties.
So there is a backdoor event leading to this opera in the physical.
So another of my question now is it in the place of the governor to issue letter of relocation to the deputy? I think there's a whole lot to this that we need clarity on.
He is deputizing the governor, so he is subject to the governor. Everybody in the state, the deputy, from the deputy down to the list of Edo State citizens, is subject to the governor.
By law.
By law. So the law empowers the governor to do and undo. Even if the office there is nothing faulty there, he can choose to say that office is not your office. The office of the commissioner can be bigger than the deputy governor's office. That's if the governor really wants to hurt, make that person undermine the office of the deputy governor. He can. He has the constitutional right to do so. You get? He can sign a check and tell the bank not to honor it. That's how much power the governor has. So it is because of the grief in between them that we are seeing all of these dramas, and we're likely to see more.
Yeah. So another story also has it that the new office that he was asked to move to is not interiorically decorated, and the outside is being flooded. Is being flooded by water and all of that. So it is not well put in place. So for this reason, he doesn't want to move there because a lot of things has not been put in place. So now to you, White, let me ask, what do you think he would have done differently if he was not served this letter?
Now, I think the cat is let out of the bag, according to what you just said. Now, if the office that he's been sent to is an office that he doesn't want to go to, that leads me to ask some questions in all this story. Some questions. Number one, when our leaders go into office, what is in their mind? What are they going there to do? Are they going there to serve, or are they going there to be served? That is the question. See, we were talking about something before we come on air. I think Bishop would attest to that. We were talking about, I was saying that we were giving some analysis that when these people go into office, what are the measures, what are the parameters, what are the requirements? what are the things that they go through? What are the screenings that they go through? For instance, if you are looking for a job now, you are seeking for a job, you go to a company. The company will want to know your profile, everything about you. They also assess you, okay, based on